And now, everybody, prepare for a reading from the book of Muholland Drive.net. David,
Uh,
today we did something a little bit different insofar that we did a character, not a theory. Are you ready to learn what the book of Muholland Drive says about Gene, the pool cleaner?
hell yeah, we're getting some Billy Ray Cyrus lore in this section.
All right, so
All right,
the page
lay it on
starts
me,
as
father.
followed. His sex is a male. His
Okay,
age is the late 30s.
all right.
According to this, his address is 6980 Mulholland Drive. I'm not sure how we do his address, but there you go. That's
I
his
guess that would
address.
be that would be Adam's address, I would assume, right?
So does Alan live on Mulholland Drive?
Adam, I think does because I think that's his house that he goes to. When he finds them canoodling. But I don't know where they would know Billy Ray Cyrus's house
Okay.
because I don't think he mentions where he lives. But they also
His
explicitly say I got the pool and she got the pool boy in the reality part of the movie, so Gene does not actually end up with the house because
yeah. All right, all right.
Adam wins. Adam wins the divorce proceedings or whatever. He gets to keep the house.
His occupation, you may be surprised to hear, is pool man. His
Makes sense.
relationship is with Lorraine Kesher. But
Mm-hmm.
we have here his doppelgangers. Joe.
Ooh, like who he's a doppelganger of potentially.
Yes. So we have Joe, question mark. Adam, question mark. Woman of number 12, question mark.
What? Wait, he's the, he's the doppelganger of the lady they apartment swap with. I did not
I mean, I
connect
guess
those
they have
characters
somewhat similar
anyway.
hair, but yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
and then finally we have parental figure, question mark. At the here and now the reading begins as follows. At the
All
dinner
right.
party, Diane overhears Adam talk about leaving his wife because she was with the pool man. Diane is
Mm-hmm.
bitter at him, so in her self-indulging dream, she is filling in the blanks, reconstructing the humiliating scenario with a fictional character, Gene, who works for Gene Clean Pool Cleaning Company. Cleaning the Gene pool. A pun? Question mark. A connection to the business of the heavy-set women next to Ed's office? Question mark. Health plus enzymes, natural cell stabilizer. I guess what they're trying to say is the woman who that woman who the assassin shoots
Yeah.
is
Someone bit
maybe
me. The someone bit me bad lady when she hits him
yeah
when he hits her in the butt with the bullet.
maybe
Yeah,
has a
yeah.
connection to Gene, the pool man.
Yeah.
For
So I guess because she has a natural cell company, I guess that's the office she works in. And he's Gene. Genes equal cells, I guess,
I
is the
guess
idea.
that's where they're going. It's funny because the website has a picture of Gene's business tag right next to the Health Plus enzymes business tag, as if they were connected to each other in some way.
Right, even though they look completely different because they're different companies.
Oh, okay. So as follows: the pool's man name is Gene. He is a pool cleaner. Gene is
Whoa.
Gene is capitalized, and so is pool. So is sex in this next part. He's having sex with Adam's wife. Put three of the
So
most prominent aspects of his
pool and
character
sex.
to. Oh my. Okay, David, you're gonna love this
I'm
part.
ready.
I,
I'm ready.
this is the kind of thinking that unlocks your third eye. So
Okay, I'm
we
ready
know
to
his
reach.
name is Gene. We know he is a pool cleaner, and we know
All
he's
right.
having sex with Adam's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Put three of the most prominent aspects of his of his character together. Those three things are almost all we know about him, and you get Gene pool sex, which could indicate incestuous abuse.
Oh, of course.
These people
Always with
really,
the incestuous abuse. This friggin' site.
these people really want Diane to be going through some like incestual abuse, having sex with
They're
her
pretty obsessed
father,
with.
her daughter. But I love the idea that you would take gene, pool, and sex, put it together, get gene pool sex, and somehow get incestuous abuse out of that. That is
Also, they're
like,
saying those were the three main.
yeah,
They're
those
also
are the,
saying those are the three main things about him, but also like it could be. What about affair or mullet? Or
and that's it's funny because they say the three of the most prominent aspects of his character together. His name being Gene is not prominent to him. It's just
no,
his
that's also
name.
not a character trait. That's just his name.
Yeah.
That's like if I'm like got robbed by a guy named Dave, and they're like, "Can you give us a description?" And I'm like, "Well, his name was Dave."
Oh. All right. So strangely, antioxidants appears misspelled. Typically, it is spelled antioxidant with an I. Perhaps this is
Okay.
an accident, or maybe
Yeah.
because Occident sounds so much like accident that this fantasy represents her idea of an anti-accident. That is, something that can fix the mess the terrible event led to. Sadly,
Ooh.
what little hope there is of fixing it dies with the women in that room. She puts up a struggle, but is soon dead. Okay,
So now we're talking about the office lady.
what does Occident have anything to do with anything?
Yeah, yeah. I was like, wait, do we change books? Are we reading from a different
this is
passage?
still
Because
fun. This
why
is
are they
still
why are they
fun.
talking about the office lady who gets shot in the butt?
Well, the office lady is talking about health plus enzymes. She's not doing oxidants.
No, and also she
Oh,
just
okay.
works there. She
On
might not
her
even care.
on her little business tag, it says
Yeah, yeah.
antioxidants with a Y instead of an I, and they're saying that is the smoking gun that somehow ties her to Jean, who is doing an anti-accident.
I guess. I don't know. I get the why because why are you connecting these dots? That's my take on this.
Dude, it gets better. Are you ready for this? I'm gonna
I'm
try
ready.
and say this with a straight face, but if I die laughing, you know
If
why.
you giggle, if you get it clap, if you get the giggles, I understand.
His fa- his famous lesbian haircut.
His famous lesbian haircut.
his,
He does have a famous lesbian haircut.
his famous lesbian haircut helped me to realize that the whole scene could have been a transposition of a scene involving Diane and two other lesbians. When did a mullet become lesbian haircuts?
What?
Yeah.
Also, again, famous lesbian haircut, which is like the idea that like, oh, have you ever seen Mulholland Drive? If you ask a stranger, and they're like, oh, is that movie where Billy Ray Cyrus has a famous lesbian haircut? That's what it's best known for.
Oh,
But also, yeah, I would not that did not strike me as terribly lesbian. His haircut,
no, it's just a mullet. He's had a mullet for all of his life. He's the man
Yeah.
with the mullet.
we're just ad hominem attacking Billy Ray Cyrus now.
I want to just point out as well. We're not going to click on it, but there is a link to a thread that sells Health Plus and Gene Clean. So clearly, this has been spun into a whole theory about like how Health Plus and Gene Clean somehow conspire together to run the secret cabal of this whole movie or something to that effect, because there's a whole theory on it by the looks of it.
All right, well, so that'll be for next time. We're gonna have to figure out the Gene Clean Health enzyme. I guess it's like the Raccoon Corporation. It's like pulling the strings.
All right, so then Lorraine throws away Adam from his home, and it leads me to what I consider to be the right explanation of why the neighbor Laura had switched her apartment with Diane. After all,
Oh yeah.
the choice of Billy Ray Cyrus was important, and their neighborhood's name is really Laura De Rosa equals Lorraine in the Dream. I'm not quite sure what he's spinning there, but he sure is spinning something.
Well, yeah, like that's I'm having trouble here. So I guess her name's Laura, the lady, the apartment lady.
The neighbor's real name is Laura De Rosa.
Okay, and then Lorraine is the wife of Adam Kirscher, who she's sleeping with Gene the pool guy. So I guess it's just like, oh, they have similar names, so that must mean
that they're the same person.
But they both exist in the dream.
Yeah, like, yes.
It's not like, oh, it's not like we only see that lady in the real world. We
The
see
answer
her in
is
the dream.
yes.
All
Oh,
right.
I believe Billy Ray Cyrus was chosen because he's some sort of link to the cowboy. The specifics of which I'm not sure, but they are most likely linked to Diane's sexual abuse as a child. Man, they
Oh, of
if it's
course,
not
always.
incest, it's sexual abuse of a child. The reason
Yeah, it's like I'm not sure what it means being a cowboy and all, but I'm sure it has to do with that sexual abuse. Like just whatever. Like they won't even that one they didn't even like take the time to offer a defense. Just like I don't know, but I assume it has to do with this other thing. It has nothing
I
to
mean, the
do
cowboy
with
is
cowboys.
definitely just because Billy Ray. I mean, he doesn't even really have a southern accent in in Mulholland Drive. So is he just related to the cowboy because mullets are vaguely? I mean, mullets aren't really are they're redneck, but they're not really. They don't scream the cowboy to me. Was he wearing cowboy
Yeah, I
boots or
guess Achy
something?
Breaky Heart you would be. Hmm?
They talk. Don't you worry. They talk about achy breaky heart in this
Oh,
here
excellent! I'm
this
excited.
here thing. Oh, the reason I believe they are linked is because Cyrus never got any real respect in the country music community for his bubblegum image. He was regarded as a Hollywood cowboy, someone who took elements of a genuine style and altered them to appeal to the mainstream. The same could be said for the cowboy and how he is dressed as an old school Hollywood cowboy, color coordinated, neat and clean. Okay, so Billy Ray Cyrus is playing a character in the movie. Just so we're clear, he is not Billy Ray
Yeah,
Cyrus. He is Gene the Pool
it's
Man.
not Billy Ray Cyrus as himself in the movie.
So I'm not really sure that he and the cowboy are brothers in arms for the Hollywood cowboy mystique. And it was Billy Ray. I'd have to look that up. I call Bumpkiss on the idea that Billy Ray Cyrus was considered a Hollywood cowboy.
I don't think so either. I mean, I guess you like listen to Achy Breaky Heart in like a shit kicker bar, so like there would probably be that. But I don't know. I'd have to Google if he was wearing cowboy hats or whatever at the time.
Yeah,
Here, I'm gonna look up Billy Ray Cyrus, Achy Breaky Heart, and see what. I guess he's wearing a cowboy hat in these like pictures. Some of them, anyway. Yeah. So I guess he was kind of a cowboy, I suppose.
wait,
Anyway.
what? Okay, so now we're on casting trivia. So at least this is grounded in some kind of reality. Lynch in an interview. I saw Billy Ray in an interview, and hearing him talk, I was surprised. I suddenly saw Billy Ray in this role, and that was it. The singer said he had been a fan
All right.
of the quirky director since Eraserhead. I call Bumkiss. There's no way that Billy Ray Cyrus has seen Eraserhead. And instructed his agent to arrange a screen test. Apparently, Lynch liked what he saw and cast Cyrus in the upcoming TV film.
All right.
Now, are you ready?
Eraserhead. Billy Ray was a big Eraserhead guy.
Supposedly, again, I would eat a hat if he owned up to that. But anyways, so Billy Ray concerning his daughter Miley Cyrus. Were it not for David Lynch, Miley would never have been.
Oh, I know
Montana.
this story. I read this story after we watched Mulholland Drive.
This is
that
real.
He
Is this
blames
real?
David Lynch for corrupting his daughter.
Really? Like in a. So wait. So he because it sounds in this. The quote is,
Yeah, read what you've read, and we'll compare it to what I know.
so Billy Ray concerning his daughter Miley Cyrus. Were it not for David Lynch, Miley would never have been Hannah Montana. That's all the quote is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he elaborates recently. He's like he went on a rant saying like if I never got the role in Mulholland Drive, I never would have come to California, which is an evil place, and Miley Cyrus wouldn't have become like the bad girl that she is today.
Really?
And I guess their relationship is strained as a result
This
of her
had
being
to have
a.
been pre David Lynch dying.
Yes, this was pre-David Lynch dying. He was complaining
Oh
about
man,
how it's David Lynch's fault that Miley Cyrus
that
went
is
rogue
that is funny as hell.
because of the bit role in Mulholland Drive, which brought him to California, which caused Miley Cyrus to become a loose-moraled woman or whatever Billy Ray was complaining about.
Oh man, so like for all the good David Lynch has done, all the amazing works he's done, he has to live with the pain of having been the reason why Miley Cyrus became Miley Cyrus,
Yeah,
according to
yeah.
Billy
Like
Ray
I hope,
Cyrus.
I hope David Lynch is happy that wherever he is, to know the damage he caused to
I hope
by
he
making
still
her.
ended up in the good place, man. That's I don't know. That might be some negative points that get you into the bad place. What do you? I
Yeah,
mean, you're
man.
gonna
If,
have to
if you
consult the
caused if you
book.
caused Miley Cyrus to start twerking, that is a black mark on you.
Oh,
But
this
again,
is.
he's not saying David Lynch did it directly. He said he did it because he cast him in Mulholland Drive, which meant they drove to the liberal, godless land of Los Angeles,
But the
and then
but prior,
Miley
okay.
Cyrus turned to the dark side.
So
So
there's
that's
a
his.
continuity error in this here work then, because it says that the reason why he and the cowboy have so much in common is because they're both Hollywood cowboys. But if Billy Ray Cyrus only went to Hollywood to be in Mulholland Drive, see, it's not the. I'm just saying that this website that we are considering the gospel of Mulholland Drive has some holes in it.
It does. It does. I will say it's not the best. It's not a very tight theology.
Yeah,
This religion we're now members of.
yeah. So it has some heretical stuff in it.
Yeah.
This is because Lynch employed Billy Ray in his 2001 masterpiece, Muholland Drive, which might have given Billy Ray the juice he needed to star in the medical drama Doc, where Billy Ray allowed his daughter to take small acting roles for the first time. So basically, he went to because he was on the show Doc. That's where all
That's where
the
all the Hannah Montana
all the Hannah
madness
Montana
started.
madness started. Billy
Yeah.
Ray.
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
hmm?
No, you go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
No. I was still reading. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna laugh that uh the site mulhollanddrive.net has to say his 2001 masterpiece Mulholland Drive when it's like, yeah, I know the movie. I'm on a site for this movie,
Yes.
reading very deep dive insane theories.
But
I
they
don't
need to
think you
make
need to
sure
like.
you know it's a masterpiece. You might have
And
just stumbled
I
upon.
don't think you need to remind me.
Maybe we'll see. Here's my thought. What if somebody stumbled on this just because they were a Billy Ray Cyrus fan, and like they were looking up Billy Ray Cyrus facts, and they found themselves on this site? They'd have to know what a masterpiece Mulholland Drive is, so
That's true.
that way they could go watch it and see more
But
of
I feel
their.
like they would get a better idea of that when they looked at the header of the site and was like, "What's Mulholland Drive? Oh, it's a movie."
But it
Billy
doesn't
Ray
have any.
Cyrus.
It does not have Billy Ray Cyrus on the logo, so they wouldn't know that Billy Ray Cyrus is one of the top billed actors in this movie.
That's true. They would have been like, "Oh, hey, I guess this is just like the Washington Post or something. This is
Yeah,
just a news site. Oh, it's about a movie. Okay."
That's what I'm telling you. You gotta. This is a clever bit of
Why they put
marketing
it
from them.
That's why they put it 8 paragraphs into this page.
Well, yes, they did do that, but All right, so Billy Ray Cyrus is a songwriter and specifically famous for his song "Achy Breaky Heart." The lyrics
Ooh.
match the plot of this movie amazingly.
Ooh.
I've not listened to "Achy Breaky Heart" in
Now,
time.
I'm gonna say something that I feel like is not on this site because it's a newer thing, but people have speculated, and I don't disagree, that the Miley Cyrus song "Party in the USA" might be about Mulholland Drive because she presumably has seen the movie, and some people do speculate that "Party in the USA" is her summarizing the events of
Oh,
Mulholland Drive.
these people need to go back, need to resurrect. Maybe that's why MulhollandDrive.net got resurrected, was so everybody could give their "Party in the USA" Mulholland Drive theories.
Yeah, because look. I hopped off the plane at LAX with a dream in my cardigan, just like Naomi Watts
Yep,
at the
yep.
beginning.
Those are two things that happen.
land of fame, excess. Am I going to fit in? She jumped in the cab here for the first time. She sees the Hollywood sign. This is also crazy. Everybody seems so famous.
Yep.
And she gets to the club in her taxi cab, like Club Silencio.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. There is a club and there is a taxi cab. Is there anything about? Is there any blue boxes in that song?
I don't think so, as far as I know. I'd have to read these. I'd have to read these lyrics more closely. And then anyway, look, I'm distracting. This is my apocrypha to the Book of Muholland Drive, so ignore it.
Well, I'm not gonna read the whole. I'm not gonna read all the lyrics to "Achy Breaky Heart," but we don't need to. I don't suspect that they match the plot of this movie amazingly. I guess it's
just about breaking up with. It's about breaking up with somebody, which is what Muholland Drive. Some of that is about. I guess.
I don't know if it's really about breaking up so much as having a complete and total mental breakdown because your person is with somebody else.
Yeah, and I don't know if in the lyrics Billy Ray says, and that's why I put a hit on that woman after she left me.
All right, so I don't know what this last part is. And I'm just going to preface by saying that I am going to be using the word "I" in this, but these are not my feelings. I just want to throw that out there for what I'm about to read.
What you're reading, you are quoting from the Book of Mulholland Drive.
This is not quoting from the Book of Mulholland Drive, but I just want to make sure.
You should probably do that going forward, as put like a disclaimer, like we disavow any of the views, in this work.
Oh.
But anyway,
okay, so humor. Time to Wake Up, Cowboy. You know what? We'll even throw a little, because I don't usually do this, but this is from Kalak B6. Is it just my opinion, or do you think that Billy Ray Cyrus was the absolute perfect cast for his role as the pool boy? I can just picture the look of enthusiasm on his bright little face. Why his face is little, I don't know. He's a grown-ass man. And the
very large man. He's quite an enormous man.
The flutter of his horn-shaped stash. The day he read his part of the script and the riveting conversation that he must have had with David Lynch during the production. I can also see Billy Boy calling all his horseshoe buddies from back home and inviting them to the world premiere in Yankeetown, USA. So this seems like so I'm just gonna put a little addendum in here. This guy really thinks that he was so excited about Muholland Drive.
This seems almost a little mean because it's like, I can't imagine what the stupid look on his dumb face would have been. Like it's just like, I don't know, man.
Home to the talking and inviting them to the world premiere in Yankeetown, USA. Home to the talking microwave. And Ahab the Arab taxi drivers. Yeah, this is about to get real weird real fast. Everybody buckle up. Then I picture the lights come up after the film is finished and yippee, hooray banter that sprang forth from the balcony in a resonating manner, loudly exclaiming, "Yeah, Billy, you showed the Jew bastard who's boss. Billy Ray, how'd those fake tits feel? You can clean my pool, Billy." This is only paragraph 1 of 3. Just so we're clear.
This is getting real weird.
It is. I don't understand what it is either because it has nothing to do with it's just an antidote that somebody put in about Billy Ray Cyrus in this movie. It's not even a theory anymore.
No, it's just weird smut. He's just writing some weird, he's a pervert around town, I bet that Billy Ray Cyrus, unfounded.
But maybe something else happened that night. Maybe Billy himself sat stunned as to what he had just witnessed when the film concluded. Maybe his thoughts flooded with the conception of a world he had never known. A world he had never dreamt possible. And a life in which a pool boy who breaches the hierarchy of society, claiming one of their cupcakes as his own, is not the ideal hero of today's contemporary tales of love and woe. No, now Billy cuts his flowing locks, shines his belt buckle, don't forget the boots, polishes his tooth, and begins a new trek in life to discover his own inner Lynch, complete with a British muse. Dallasquay tapestries and ecstasy invoked illusions of drug pandas. This
What's
wasn't
a
even.
drug panda?
I don't know, man. This is just this again. It's just I don't even know where we're at now.
This is turning into like poetry or something, like slam poetry where you just say shit like just
I think this guy's
panda
trying to
drugs
say that
and belt buckle loops and Arab taxi drivers. Like just
this was a new Billy. A Billy plunged forth into an underworld of visions, cultic
ew.
heresy, and charcoal haired hood rats with fishnet stockings and smeared lipstick. However, one seldom dreams the same dream. Time to wake up, cowboy. The next day, the next day he simply sheds a tear, pinches his woman's ass, sucks her tongue, and writes his
So
next
he's pinching boobies and he's pinching butts. Okay, good for Billy Ray Cyrus.
sucks her tongue and writes his next
Ew.
top 40 single, Ass Kickin' Pool Boy. This guy makes millions of dollars, and Mama Hicks has a new jingle to hum in the tomato garden. Now I am sad, but kudos to him for picking this role, and congrats to Lynch on the expanding fan base he must have drawn in. Golly, they would say. We gotta see the new Billy Ray flick, Muholland something. He takes his shirt off. Wait, does he kick some ass too? Others would reply. He sure does. Yeah.
All right. that's that's weird.
You know what? Of everything we have read on this site so far, I'm gonna say it right now. That was the fucking weirdest.
It wasn't even a theory. It was just a rant about how like dumb Billy Ray Cyrus is and how much he like assaults women. I don't
It
know.
was either
And
a
then
rant about how dumb Billy Ray Cyrus was, or a fan fiction where Billy Ray Cyrus gets Mulholland Drive. Because it's all about him having a dream where like he watches Mulholland Drive and gets elevated
he
to a
gets
higher
enlightened or
level of
whatever.
thinking before coming
His
back
third
to
eye,
Earth.
his third eye opens.
Yeah, like his third eye opens in watching Mulholland Drive, and he almost becomes like God Billy Ray Cyrus. But then the next day he wakes up and just goes back to writing songs. I think this is a fan fiction. I would consider this fan fiction. This is Billy Ray Cyrus Mulholland Drive fan fiction.
Yeah, it's like the further adventures of Gene the Pool Boy, who turned out to be Billy Ray Cyrus the whole time.
So this might actually segue perfectly, and that is the Book of Mulholland Drive, just by the way. But I want to get this thought out while I have it, because that might have been the perfect segue into the movie we're watching tonight, which is Inland Empire. Because according to the website I have pulled up, Inland Empire is a story about an actress who is preparing for her biggest role yet, but she realizes that her life is beginning to mimic the fictional film that they're shooting. Adding to her
Ooh.
confusion is a revelation that the current film is a remake of a doomed Polish production. So that movie is also about an actor who thinks they're in a movie, but they might actually not be in a movie.
Yes, indeed. Actually, that gets at some of what goes down in Inland Empire. So
So
yeah,
Billy
yeah.
Ray Cyrus was Lynch's secret project for Inland Empire. He was
It
having
was. It was going to be a Gene the Pool Boy spinoff, but
yeah,
it became Inland Empire.
yep. Dude, that is I like I said, I think of everything we have had the pleasure of reading from the Book of Mulholland Drive this year.
The very special privilege of reading.
That had to be the most bat sane and shit thing
That was the
that we
most
have
demented
ever
of all
read.
of the readings of the Book of Mulholland Drive so far.
Next time we have to read about the incest or the sexual abuse, we're gonna be like, well, at least it wasn't about Billy Ray Cyrus watching Mulholland Drive and being Mulholland Drived.
Yeah, getting woken up by the cowboy or whatever.
God, that was just. Oh, I hope you all are having a good time with the Book of Mulholland Drives. We might very well have to. We're gonna be running out of Lynch soon. I actually think this might be our last one, but Book of Mulholland Drive might have to be a
For the
staple.
duration, I think after a break I might goad you into doing all of them because he only has 10 movies. So
Yeah. I have yet to watch Blue Velvet. So,
Yeah,
Dune
we'll
for
finally
that
get
matter.
around.
But
TV.
anyways, that's not what we're here for tonight.